Warning, this podcast may contain bad language and eye conditions that some listeners may find offensive. We are approaching with great trepidation. I hope you understand.
Do you want to do that again? Because I think Selena was moving stuff in the background.
I had a drink, just gulped, just as you started that.
Warning!
Welcome to Seesaw Podcast.
With your hosts, T, Cleves, and Selena.
Every week, bringing some much-needed balance and humour to brighten up what can sometimes be a dark, disabled world.
Welcome back to Seesaw Podcast, the dodgy intro section that is Disability Podcasts. We are here this week in aid of, I want to say, World Eye Week?
World Sight Day, which is on the 12th of October.
I'm not going to lie, there are so many days, weeks, months, and then you've got the overlap international. I have no clue at all.
I thought for some reason that I day was today. Sight Day. Oh, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm so ill prepared.
Well, at least Selena was prepared with the one bit of information we needed for this episode.
It's also Blind Awareness Month. So
a whole month. How come I wasn't aware of this?
I don't know, maybe because it's the beginning of the month.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because it was poorly advertised.
Maybe as the month goes on,
yeah, maybe
you'll become more aware.
I'm already more aware than I was about 30 seconds ago.
There you go. Okay, so before we jump into this, let's touch base. Selena, what's going on?
I've got a headache today.
Great.
This is just quickly turning into Selena's ailments section.
Cleves?
Not a lot going on in life, but I have come with QBN. T, what's going on with you, my bro?
Not much.
Okay, good.
All about sharing over here.
Okay, QBN.
Talking newspaper relaunches after COVID. Apparently there was one during COVID. It stopped. It's back.
Taking its time.
I know, right?
Selena, what you got?
Blind woman from Ormskirk wins water skiing world championships.
Ooh.
Regular water skiing championships or blind water skiing championships?
I believe disability water sport championships took place in California.
Oh. Nice.
I have no QBN.
Then there we
I'm sure
do
that
have
was
it.
the homework for last week. Come with QBN.
The homework was come with an icon. And
as
let's
well.
be fair, Selena, we're not quite sure whether you've done your homework well.
Moving on. So this episode, Icons, is back. This is episode 5 of Icons. So
Oh God, is it? Oh God, I'm doubting myself.
better believe we've done at least 15 of these eye conditions. And given that there are a lot of them, if one of us has doubled up, they should feel ashamed. Welcome to Icons, where T and Cleves seesaw their way through various eye conditions.
Each episode defining, analysing, kinda, and helping you cope with the icons that are fucking up your life.
So, if this is your first time experiencing the fabulous segment that is Icons, this is all about eye conditions. Common, rare, anything in between, where we're going to go over what they are and how fucked you are if you have them.
Wow.
I will also say that after doing Icons for a while now, it's shocking how many eye conditions have no cure or treatment and nobody's looking into it. So, if you're listening and you want to go into medicine, please specialise in the eyes because no one else is fucking doing it.
Maybe there's no money in it.
Doctors are doctors. They get paid not anyone.
Please go into a hospital and say that.
Yeah. Doctors are doctors. Come on. They will get paid mega money anyway.
Right, so you want your local GP doing your
No, I'm just
brain
saying.
surgery.
No, I'm just saying, like, yes, okay, there might not be money in specialisation, but they're still going to get paid at least as much as other specialists.
They're striking at the moment, though.
Yeah.
For
They're
more
not happy
money.
with the pay.
They get paid as much as everyone else. Unfortunately, what they are getting paid is dick.
Maybe you should become a dick doctor then.
But according to you, they get paid the same as every other specialist. By that logic, though, why would you ever become a dick doctor?
Shall we get into the eye conditions?
Okay, so this time around, I am bringing you Bietti's crystalline dystrophy,
Whoa, okay. Fancy.
which I am going to call BCD from this point onwards because I will trip over my words.
Sounds like an Italian dessert or something.
I have the Bietti's crystalline dystrophy, please.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask him of that? No. Don't be silly. So, this is a genetic condition that affects 1 in 67,000 people. Oddly specific number, I know. It is one of the rarer eye conditions, but that's not much to go on because when you search rare eye conditions, RP comes up on that. And
that's the most common. That's what the water skier woman had.
There you go. Like,
not even real blindness.
It is a rare condition, but when you're looking at the spectrum of visual impairment, it is probably one of the more common ones. But still, this is quite rare in the blinky space. Interestingly, it's more common in those of East Asian descent. There is literally no evidence to this other than some statistics, and no research is being done about it, which you'll find is the trend for this condition. But what is this condition, I hear you ask?
I'm wondering.
This condition is where fatty acid deposits develop within the retina and the cornea of the eyes, blocking light receptors. This does start at teenage years, 20s, that sort of time. And you can notice this in some individuals. You will see the yellow sort of sparkle bits on the white of their eyes, which is the cornea.
Sparkle?
So, well, they can catch the light, so it's like golden eyes. So every cloud, as you would say, Cleves. So here's some lovely symptoms for you. Blurry and hazy vision. Oh, my stars. I don't think that'd be condescending, but pretty much every sight condition has that. So there is also some colour blindness with this as well, but not in every single case. Reduced peripheral vision, so it closes in to central. Also reduced night vision. This is starting to sound very similar to some other conditions that we've covered. It is also degenerative. So this is going to get worse.
You just copied and pasted the RP conditions. It's just like sparkly RP.
It's either...
with fatty acids. It's like the obesity of the eyes.
Yeah. Although it isn't tied to any weight gain. Because of being a genetic condition, it is not tied to any sort of fatty deposits on the body. It just happens.
How do you know it's just because people haven't just moved their eyes a lot? And then people who move their eyes up and down, left, right, they're getting a workout. Those that just move their head instead, maybe their eyes are getting lazy from not moving and they've got obese.
I stated before, there's like little to no research into this, so you might be onto something there. Maybe you should become an eye doctor.
I'm in the dick doctor game.
So, like with many conditions, there is no treatment for this at all. But the medical website I looked at said that you can prolong your sight with things like technology and rehabilitation, i.e. learning skills.
I thought you were genuinely going to say carrots.
No. Absolutely not. And of course, as I've already said, there's no real research being done into this, or at least none that I could find. In fact, even on this website, under research, where they usually publish articles where things have been going on, and I did check RP, a lot there, it just says, if you'd like to get involved in research, please contact this university in America. So I don't know if it's woefully out of date as a website, but it doesn't look like anyone is looking into this. So yeah, if you have this lovely condition, Bietti's crystalline dystrophy, you have golden eyes and you're pretty much fucked.
I imagine not a lot of people are looking into it because if only 1 in 67,000 people have got it, who's funding that?
True, but that doesn't leave much hope for myself or Selena, whose conditions are a lot rarer than this.
Rarer than that, yeah.
Do you know roughly
interesting though. I've learned something.
Like numbers wise?
Oh, mine's ultra rare. There's only less than 50 people in the UK with it. So that's what, 50 and 66 million?
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
And as far as mine, I have no idea of the numbers. With my condition, people have it, but then it's genetic strains. It's classified as different genetic strains because they don't really know what causes it. I don't know if there's many other people who have mine, which is the CRB1 strain. I don't know the data on that. So if you went retinal dystrophy... CRB1, the strain.
Like Criminal Records Bureau 1.
Yes, but that is the genetic strain. But apparently there's a lot of them. There's like...
Have they changed the name to DBS 1 now?
Lame. Everyone's got dad jokes for days.
Yeah. So, yeah, quite a rare condition. Not the rarest, but...
Yeah, mine's 500 globally. That's what I just remembered.
Oh,
I don't know what the population of the world is, but...
Oh, you're getting
8.2 billion, something like that.
There you go. That's ultra rare.
Yeah, that is pretty rare. Mine wouldn't be that rare, but it is still fairly rare, especially if you look at the genetic strains of it. So, there we go. What do we think of this condition? I think plagiarism.
Sparkly RP, innit?
Yeah.
It's got all the makings of RP, but with a little bit more glitz and glamour.
It's like if you had visual impairment collector cards, and then you pulled a normal one, which is RP, a common, but then if you pulled the shiny version, it would basically be this, but the exact same card.
Nice.
And maybe you can find those in the future. CRB icon collector cards.
I like this idea.
Collect them all.
Most people won't realise what cards they do have. We'll put Braille on them. It would, however, render the fact that they're shiny pretty much irrelevant.
Yep.
Tactile glitter.
Yeah, that's probably the way forward. Cool. Okay, let's go to Cleves.
Right. Today, I've got you a twofer, because they're kind of grouped with each other. Anophthalmia and microphthalmia. Basically what they are is, when you're a little baby and you're inside your mama's womb, the eyes don't develop properly, and anophthalmia, I might just call it anal for short, means either one or both of the eyes just don't develop, or microphthalmia means you have really small eyes.
Oh.
So this affects approximately 1 in 5,200, so not quite as rare as yours, T.
That's quite common. That's scary.
We're looking at like a Pokemon starter card then for that. And how it happens, it develops apparently during the pregnancy. They're not 100% sure why it occurs, but it could be for one of these reasons. That the mother is taking medicine, such as phthalimide or Accutane. Could be down to genes, or it could be down to what a mother eats or drinks. AKA anything.
Wow, what a surprise that they have no fucking clue.
It can, however, be diagnosed on an ultrasound or a CT, so it will be picked up relatively early, or at least before the baby's born. Now, if a baby has one of these conditions, the bones that shape the eye socket might not grow properly. And to sort of fix that, once the baby's born, the baby can be fitted with like a plastic structure called a conformer that can help the eye and the eye socket and the bones to grow properly. Now, as the baby grows, obviously, the device needs to be enlarged as it gets older. The human gets older. To help expand the eye socket. And then once they become, sort of old enough, or their socket and face stops growing, then they can get.
I think they stop at the age of 8. I think your eyes stop growing.
Oh, really?
But
then surely your body still grows till you're like 20, right? So.
Yeah, but your eyes are the same size from the age of 8.
So does that mean you have big eyes at the age of 8? And your body grows around them?
I don't look at many 8-year-olds, to be honest, so I can't really say.
Your head at the age of 8 years old won't be as large as your head now, right?
Nothing ever is going to be as large as my head now. I think it's specialist hats.
The kids have big eyes. I've never really noticed this before, but it's going to be really creepy now. You're like Puss in Boots when he looks sad.
Yeah.
That sort of weirds me out a little bit. Anyway, moving on from this, when they become of age, whatever that may be, and at that point they can just get fitted for an artificial eye.
Oh.
Hang on, I thought their eyes were growing with the sockets.
No. Their sockets and bone structure grows. The eyes are either tiny with microphthalmia or non-existent with anophthalmia.
So the eyes don't work.
Well, I don't know. I guess if they're not there, there's not going to be an eye to have to work. But
what if they're really tiny?
yeah, I don't know about the tiny eyes. It's tricky to find information on it. I guess it does, but not greatly well.
I think there's
Maybe
more
the eye grows into the socket if they use this structure to sort of open up the eye sockets a bit.
That's what I thought. Maybe the eye had a chance of growing normally with that, but don't know.
It's possible, I guess. But if you're born without eyes or without one eye, then obviously then you get the chance to pop a fake
Just
one
look normal. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I guess.
A kick-ass eye patch.
You could do that. Piracy is the number one job for people with one eye, it seems. All right. Guess what the cure is for this?
Nothing.
No cure.
Great.
But, they've got that plastic structure to sort of help you along a little bit.
If that's not a cure, that's just making sure your eyes don't fall out because your sockets outgrow them.
Yeah. But, if you've got little eyes, at least your sockets and framework around the eyes are going to, have chance to expand with your face.
Okay, this might be an insensitive thing to say, but considering how common this is as an eye condition, you know how old school circuses used to have freak shows, which were let's be fair,
already becoming insensitive.
No, I say with utmost respect, they weren't good places. They usually did feature a lot of disabled people who were seen as commodities. So was there a time where someone, these treatments would have been quite recent? Would they have had the tiny-eyed man at one of these sort of shows because of this condition? I'd imagine so.
Probably.
It's just interesting.
All right. I didn't know whether you were pitching that as a potential job opportunity.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. But
well, I mean, let's not totally disregard it. We don't know what they're paying yet.
Hopefully more than doctors, and they won't have to strike.
I imagine it's cash in hand as well, so you can still claim your benefits.
Yeah. Okay, have you got anything else for these crazy conditions?
No, that's it for me for now.
I don't think it can be that common. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure about your research here.
I'm just going off what I cursory Googled.
It can't be 1 in 5,000 something people.
Oh my God.
Have tiny eyes.
Look, they might grow into the socket. I don't know. All right. I'm just saying this is what happens during pregnancy.
Also, as we've established with all of these conditions, there's literally no research being done into how or why this shit happens. So maybe it's just a ballpark figure on what they're picking up or what they estimate.
Just so you do know, it came from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. That particular factoid about 1 in 5,200.
Sounds credible, to be honest. Well, there we go. Selena, what have you got for us this week?
Please tell me we've not done this before. I mean, I've definitely not been on an Icons where it's been done before, in my defense.
Okay.
I've got heterochromia.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
No.
What about bisexual chromia?
But
And gay chromia?
it's probably homochromia, isn't it?
Oh, that would make sense.
But yeah, okay. Today is heterochromia. What is heterochromia, I hear you ask? Heterochromia is when a person's irises are different colours.
Oh, I knew that as David Bowie syndrome.
Oh, he did have that, didn't he?
He did?
No, he's got facts. Sorry, I'm interrupting. You carry on.
It's okay. There's a few kinds of heterochromia. There's partial heterochromia, where only part of the eye is different. There's also central heterochromia. Bit of a tongue twister. Where only the central bit's different. And okay, there's 2 types basically.
Okay. When you say it's part,
well, it can be like
2-coloured iris, like a 2-coloured iris.
Yeah, the central one is where there's a central ring of the iris is a different colour from the rest of the iris.
Okay.
But heterochromia is when you've got like one colour, one eye, one blue eye, one green eye, maybe, or one brown eye, one whatever.
Well, why does that happen?
Well, there's many types and causes. It can just happen, basically, at birth. And this is called congenital heterochromia. In
Can I
most
just-
cases, sorry, yeah.
Can I just stop you there for a second?
hmm
Are you practicing for like audio descriptive work here? Because it
I'm
seems
definitely listening
like
to
in the
voiceover
background,
in my ear and trying
exactly.
to read out
and then trying to read out what it's saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
that's pretty much what's happening here.
Okay.
It's hard to do it like this. I've not revised the information fully to just give it you offhand. I do apologise.
Don't worry, I'll edit it to make it seem seamless.
You won't. So yeah, in most cases, children born with heterochromia will not experience any other symptoms other than the change in just having two different eye colours. It's a nice eye condition to have in a way. At least there's none of that hazy, blurry vision that you mentioned before.
Pretty cool.
And then it's got a list of causes, and I will try and read this exactly how voiceover is reading them. And these causes don't even make any sense to me. You can have benign heterochromia, Horner's syndrome, Sturge-Weber syndrome, Waldenberg syndrome, Peebles-ism, Hirschsprung disease, Gauge-Blumblump syndrome, von Holting disease, Bonneville disease, Perry-Rungberg syndrome. I have no idea what any of these are, and it doesn't explain why. Yeah.
They just sounded like noises. like
Something like that.
But you're like,
And you,
disease.
and you were saying like these are causes. What?
I don't know what this means. I really don't. This is from the American Academy of Ophthalmology. This information.
I love
If
that you
anyone
said
did want to
Hong
look.
Kong disease.
There was a weird German sounding one as well that I particularly enjoyed.
Right.
You can also get heterochromia later in life. This is called acquired heterochromia.
How do I get it?
Do you want to hear the causes of later in life acquired heterochromia?
Is this just another list of random diseases? Because if so, yes.
Yes, it is. Eye injury, bleeding in the eye, swelling due to uveitis, eye surgery, Fuchs-Hecklunkum site, yeah, that one.
Here we go.
Acquired Horner's syndrome, glaucoma, which is interesting, and some medications used to treat glaucoma. Lattice, some medication that's used to thicken eyelashes. I don't know why you want thicker eyelashes. Pigment dispersion syndrome, ocular manalosis, Hochland-Schlotland syndrome, irisotropion syndrome, benign and malignant tumours of the iris, which I did not know you could get that, diabetes mellitus, central retinal vein occlusion, Chidiac syndrome. So yeah, those can also
Right,
give you
sorry.
this.
I enjoyed your benign tuna as well. I think I had a benign tuna salad the other week.
You want to hear about the diagnosis and treatment?
Yeah, go for it.
Best icons ever.
If your infant's got heterochromia, they should go and see an ophthalmologist, basically. That the ophthalmologist will confirm the appearance of heterochromia. Well, funny that. I think anyone could do that.
Your eye's different to your other one, mate. I imagine a guy in a pub could have done that.
If you get it as an adult, or if it changes in appearance, please see your ophthalmologist. They will do a detailed eye exam to rule out any other things going on.
Such as? I wanted to read the list back.
Treatment for heterochromia basically is treatment of any underlying condition, not the actual condition. No treatment's needed. I suppose if you want same colour eyes, you can wear a contact lens or something. And if you want to find an ophthalmologist, don't know why I can't say that. There's a little box to type in your zip code because it's American if you need them to diagnose.
And there we have it. Probably my favourite icon we've ever done. And there we go.
So we haven't done that one before.
No.
No.
That one seems quite like a fairly, dare I say, cool one to have. I'd rather have one where the rings of my eyes are different in the center to the outside. I think that'd be pretty intense, as opposed to one each different colours.
2 different shades of shit brown.
Tonal.
Yeah, I did also look up how common this is. It's less than 1% of people in the UK and 6 in every 10,000 people in America.
Pretty rare.
And do you want to know what the rarest eye colour is?
Generally, I'm going to say violet.
Grey.
Cleves wins.
Oh. Well, I'm super thrilled about that.
The only reason you said that to you, because earlier we were looking at weird hair to eye combinations, and you said the rarest is... Oh no, you said the rarest was blue and red.
Blue eyes, red hair is the rarest.
Red eyes, blue hair.
That's gotta be rare.
Oh, well, I have grey eyes.
So yeah. And I've got another heterochromia fact. Sorry. It's not just the eyes. You can have heterochromia of the skin or hair. That's just reminded me.
Of the skin?
Maybe
What's different parts of your body are like different colours to others?
Maybe.
Okay.
Half the Incredible Hulk.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just has heterochromia.
You're born part Smurf.
Oh, well, there you have it. 3 delicious icons. And I would much rather have that last one.
It didn't seem to come specifically with any actual detrimental effects other than the various other diseases that come with it.
Yeah. Hilarious sounding diseases.
Yeah, I don't get that. So I think your eyesight's fine, but then you might have some other weird stuff wrong with you, I guess.
That's just to be seen in a future icons. But World Sight Day, what does that mean to you, Selena?
World Sight Day is the day in the world where they're spreading blind awareness.
Well, you could say they're spreading blindness.
And there's a theme for this year, actually. This year's theme is something to do with eyesight at work. I assume maybe how to look after your eyes in the workplace.
Goggles.
Oh. Don't you get free eye tests
take breaks.
if you work at a PC and stuff?
Yeah, there you go. If you're listening to this and you haven't had an eye test in a while, then go and get your free eye test if you use a computer.
Work will pay for it.
We'll just get an eye test anyway, because you don't want to end up like this.
And
Jesus.
And if you do have an eye test and you are prescribed glasses, wear them. This is not going out to anyone specific who might be listening, who might not be wearing their glasses, even though they were prescribed them and spent a lot of money on them. But if that's you, wear your glasses.
No, just put contact lenses in instead.
That is another alternative. But then you're putting glass in your eye.
LASIK surgery.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that idea. You're awake when that happens. And apparently you can smell the eyes basically being corrected.
Yeah.
That's entirely not for me.
Let me tell you the time
anything.
that I nearly got laser eye surgery.
And how was that?
I went to the LASIK place and I was all booked in for the laser eye correction surgery to correct my short-sightedness. Obviously my RP's pretty screwed. And I had the initial consultation. Been like, yeah, we'll book you in. I got there and the guy's like, okay, yeah, we're going to get you ready. And I was like, oh, so there's no problem doing it then with my RP and that. And he's like, hang on, what? I had a quick flick through his notes and then was like, oh yeah, we can't actually do that. And then I walked away.
Did you ask what would happen if they had done that with RP?
I did not. I just think it was pretty dire how little they'd paid attention to my nose.
That is not good, especially considering that there must be a real good reason why they won't, which could have caused a lot of damage to you.
It was a long time ago. It was the one opposite Nottingham Station. Can't remember the name of it, but don't go to that one.
No. If you're ever in Nottingham for your laser eye surgery, don't go to the one opposite the station. And I think that is a valuable takeaway from this episode. So, until next week, have a happy World Eye Day.
World Sight Day.
Have a happy World Sight Day. A happy Blind Awareness Month.
Month.
And Yeah, just look after your eyes.
And they'll look after you. All right, goodbye, everyone.
Benign heterochromia. Horner's syndrome.
Thank you for listening to Seesaw Podcast.
Sturge-Weber syndrome.
Your feedback and comments mean a lot to us, so if you'd like to get in touch, you can do so in the following ways.
Waldenberg syndrome. Peopleism.
You can find us on Twitter at Seesaw Pod, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube at Seesaw Podcast.
Hirschsprung disease.
And you can also join us at seesawpodcast.com.
Dodge-Blum syndrome. Remember to like, rate, review, and share with a friend. Von Holting disease. Fuchs-Hacklinkel site.
This podcast was recorded in front of a blind...
Hochland-Schlotland syndrome.
Isn't that ableism, which is something that I don't advocate for?
That's not an eye condition. You're thinking of eyeballism.